Football Manager was last released in 2023, so perhaps it's no surprise that some people have taken it into their own hands to try and make it. You might remember this video where somebody made Football Manager in Excel. Well, these two guys have gone further. I was sent a link to it recently. It's called The Open League, and I wanted to investigate whether these guys had actually pulled off making their own football management game in their spare time. So I tracked them down. Oh, and I'm gonna join this league, by the way. It's something you have to join. It's like online and interactive. So I'm mentally prepared to start playing this new version of Football Manager, but first, I need an introduction, specifically from the people that actually designed it. So I mean this as respectfully as possible, but who are you?
Hey, I'm Kote. I'm one half of the Open League. I'm the game designer, business person, I guess, and head designer.
And I am Maisara, one of the developers of the Open League. Been working on this with Kote for 5 years now.
And how do you end up designing your own online football game? Because this is not something you just get out of bed one day and start doing, I would assume.
Well, it kind of is, right? We were one of the thousands of guys who at some point were playing FM and we're like, wouldn't it be cool if we created our own? And so during COVID, had too much time on our hands and decided that we wanted to create something that's more multiplayer, something that's more social. We pulled out the good old spreadsheet and started, working on a game.
And how did y'all end up working together? Did you guys know each other before this? Or
we had worked together on a couple of projects unrelated to the game, and so we know we shared a love for football, and I knew selfishly that Desire was really good coding, and I know nothing about coding, so I convinced him that he should invest the next 10 years of his life building this dumb little game with me.
So the Open League is focused on the social aspect of Football Manager. So first of all, you go to the website, you pick up a universe that suits your time zone. You pick up a league. Each universe has 3 leagues. So you pick up a team and then you register using Discord and you are suddenly added to a server where a lot of managers are there in the same universe.
oh wait, I have to log in with my phone. Technology.
You can start talking to the managers, make transfers, agree on deals, and there is a match every single day, depending on the server time. Each league lasts 18 days. So that's basically it. The Open League is very simple to play, yet it's very interesting, and that's it.
Okay, so I'm now in the league. If you were me, and this was the first time coming into this, obviously this looks good. This looks immersive, right? I'm even getting a little tutorial that I'm skipping out of habit. Where is the first place that I need to go? Team. Okay, I'm going to team, and here is my team. So all of my players are in use. I just don't have a bench. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, it looks like it. We moved to squad. Perfect. So you only have 11 players on your team. That is an issue.
It sounds like an issue. But they're young. Do I have any wonder kids on my team that I can see? Potential?
No, it's not looking great. I can see why your team is dead last in the lowest league and why no one's taking that team.
Are they dead last?
Yeah.
I just made that up. I assume they're dead last because your team looks so bad.
No, they're 6th. I'm in 6th. How dare you talk trash about the great OSV? What do I need to do? I skipped the tutorial, so I am in your hands.
Yeah, so what, realistically here, you can't really swap players because you don't have any, right? So what you could do is look for free agents. So right now, the transfer market is closed. So realistically, the only players you could get in your team are free agents.
All right, so I'm going to send out some scouts, but while I still have you guys here, what else do I need to look at? Because when I sign these guys, are they going to get to my team immediately for the game tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's great.
Okay. And what is the simulation engine that's has these two teams battling against each other?
It started as a very simple engine. As Kote said, we started with an Excel sheet, and Kote actually was rolling the dice to see which team is going to win. But then it developed over the years to be a complex engine to the point that I cannot really predict myself what's going to happen.
All right. And what's this WK that I see on a lot of these players?
So this is our rating system, right? And we looked at it before. The scale goes from weakest to legend, right? So WK is weak, A is average, S is strong, WC is world class, and L is legend.
Okay. So these are all just these guys just all suck. Well, that was the point, right?
They're having fun playing,
Yes, exactly. We are bottom half of the table in the bottom league. I would have expected nothing less.
Uh-huh.
So now I have my team. I've familiarized myself with the game, and I think it's time that I let you guys free. You've ushered me into this league, and it's time for me to either sink or swim, depending on the players that I happen to scout. out. So thank you.
Welcome. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So since the team we were about to take over was right at the end of the season, I wanted to see what the functionality of the app was through the off-season. And we poked around a little bit. We didn't really have any idea what we were doing in this thing called Youth Camp, where you're able to go and scout players, and then you bid to sign different players that come in through the Youth Camp. And now we've gotten up to the start of the next season. And the game, as part of its functionality, has given us an auto-signed team of exactly enough players to fill out a 4-2-3-1. They're after my own heart. You can take the man out of Football Manager, but you can't take the Football Manager out of the man. And the good news is we have a game tonight, and we are going to prepare for it. See, we only have enough players to fit in our actual starting lineup, but I want to go find a couple of guys that are going to improve this team. You can see this is an average player right here, another average player, another average player. That's what I've learned this A means. But we have weak players across our defense, in goal, defensive midfield, and at striker. Let's see if we can find somebody that can improve upon that. So let's look for free agents. We have to go to team, free agent, most recently played in League One. Here are the people that I scouted. They all suck. So this League One hack that I thought I found, not doing very well. But we need to scout some more people, and we're going to scout people at the striker position. We'll look for Wonder Kids. Let's try Akari Keita. Costs 3,000 to scout. We hear back in 4 hours. All right, our game is in 5 hours. So we'll have the opportunity to let's scout 3 of these guys. See if we end up wanting to sign any of them. But I don't want to waste all of our scouting on one position. We need to go to another position. Let's try to sign Markel Miller. Looks like Markel Miller might actually be good. We're out of scouting spots. But we have just made an offer. Simple looking contract negotiation. We've made an offer. We've got some scouts out, but we've made an offer to somebody that might be able to come in and help us at center back. Now, financially, the club's in a good space, mainly because we just don't have a lot of players right now. Got a balance of 91 million going on in the 3rd division in this US deal. Maybe look to put an offer in for a right back as well. There's a bunch of old people dropping down from other leagues. We could go for Sakamoto. There's also Selena Piercy. We can't scout. We've got to just sign. So we're going to sign based off what we know. We'll go ahead and offer out that wage. Okay. We've completed the signing of Markel Miller. So we're going to swap Markel Miller in, and Markel Miller is an average player. So we've improved the team. What's throwing me off a little bit is when you're in the negotiation with a player, it doesn't really show you that the player is making that decision, but it does take a little while for them to accept or reject it. You kind of have to just check your team to see if they're accepting or rejecting it. But this Dennis Perdue character looks like he's at the 3rd level. Whatever that happens to be, we'll go ahead and make him an offer for contract as well. So while we wait for those guys to sign, you can see what the player screen actually looks like. There's the rating, the potential, the fitness, obviously position, age. You can go over to contract there. These are their ratings that they've gotten in the last couple of matches. So form plays a role in this. And this is their progression over the last couple of seasons. You can focus on accelerating development. So for a player like this, we're going to want to do that, but it costs money. You can see how your money goes away. Not real money, but like the in-game money. And here you can list them for sale with their salary and their estimated value. But of course, you are generally transferring with all user players, so the estimated value is even less valuable than in Football Manager. It is whatever somebody would be willing to pay for that player. So we upped the offer to the next tier of contract for both of those players in order to try and convince them to come to our team, and now we wait. The real-time aspect to this game definitely isn't good for one of my virtues, patience. So we've gone to our team, and we have found that at least Dennis Perdue has signed with us. That means we've got a strong player out there. That's big time. And we've got Selena Piercy as well. Just had to up the offer a couple of times. Honestly, the biggest thing I've noticed so far is they need to work on the UI, letting me know whether these people sign or not. I need to get some sort of indication that they haven't signed. But once you kind of have your team together and you're transferring instead of signing free agents, that stuff seems to work. Keep in mind, this was built by like 2 people in their free time. So now we wait for our scouting reports to come back, and then we prepare the team for our game, which, as I've been told, is simulated in the Discord. And the Discord is incredibly lively. But I really feel like the main point of this football management game that they have made in their free time is it's like the interaction between the players. It's a lot. I mean, this is the section just for the US East 2 server, like the lounge, the news feed, the transfer classifieds, letting people know that signings have been done, the press releases, all like it is alive. This game is alive. All right, now we wait. 12th minute. Foy Francois is really thriving with the neutral strategy Ile-de-France Foot put in place today. It's cool that it gives you that information, but I don't love to hear that. All right, 34th minute. It is still 1-0. Honestly, thought we were going to dominate a little more. They've got this defender named Layla Ahmed that is just sweeping away every one of my attacks. It's incredibly annoying. This other match is 4-0, by the way. Just absurd. Okay, halftime. We are up 1-0 against Ile-de-France Foot. We're cool with that. 61st minute, Theodore Calixto, one of our boys, almost gets in thanks to a pass from Yoshika Ono, but the player's shot is slightly too soft. We're getting most of the chances. This really feels like playing Football Manager in the 90s. Championship Manager, I should say. Dude. It's the 73rd minute. It's still 1-0. But we're getting so many updates. I'm sure Theodore Calixto would have been able to score if he controlled the ball. Yeah, that'd be great. This other match is 6-0, and every time one of these goal things pops up, I keep thinking that it's going to be our game. 86th minute. Still 1-0. Dude, this is another goal. It was 7-0 in that match. Another one of the matches is 4-0 that's going on right now. 90th minute. Orion Demeter's overhit pass is kept in by speedy Marquise Gage. The player then beats Savine Alas with an absurd ease, but the on-target shot is blocked by young shot stopper Sung Mori. That's my goalkeeper. He's got a nickname for some reason. All matches have ended. Dude, okay. It's a bit of an anticlimactic way for the match to end, but we scored, what was it, the first minute? We scored the first minute, and now we get a rating for each of our players. Well, Lorelei Hartman dropped a 2, but our goalkeeper dropped a 10. Percy dropped a 10. Calixto was all over the highlights. So is Yoshika Ono. They delivered the key performances. Now it's time to head to the owner's lounge and talk some trash. But then I've gone through the whole process. This game really is just a throwback to those super old school management games put together by a couple of people who wanted to have a football management game to play against with their friends. This type of creativity is always fantastic, and I'm glad that they took the step to make it such a big thing with hundreds of players now. I don't know where my great OSV is headed, but if you are interested in the game, obviously it's linked in the description, and shout out to anybody that takes the big leap to trying to make something to scratch an itch for the football management community. I'll see y'all on stream.